Notts County Talk, we are live for episode 107 of the Pavis Perspective. It's the Walsall preview. I say it all the time, but genuinely there is so much to talk about this evening. If you were there on Friday against Shrewsbury, goodness me. George, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. All right. But I'm on the good side of a cold. I think you're on the bad side of a cold.
I'm shocking. Tonight's show is nearly postponed for illness. You know, it was one of those where you get a player named in the starting 11, and then they pull out.
It's nearly like Ronaldo in the Brazil World Cup, and he just wasn't in the squad. Remember?
Honestly, it was nearly replaced last minute by someone completely random, not even related to the channel, just some
like
guy
Jordan
walking past the house or something. Yeah, whoever that is. Evening, Stephen, Ian, Milkman Hero, Martin. Thank you, Martin, again for being a channel member. Massively appreciate that. Kem, Paul, Shane, Richard, Talkie United Reacts in again. Royston, Dale. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We do really appreciate it. Now, I was on a couple of Walsall podcasts yesterday, and I spoke to a couple of them, and Ross, I think, is on. I forget the name of both of them, but Walsall Vlogs was joining us tonight, and he's had to pull out last minute. Now we might have somebody joining us, might we, George? This person's currently on the way home from work, but is dedicated to do it. So we might
get a bit of a role with people on the way home from work, aren't we?
We are, and it brings character to the channel.
What we need.
I think it's a bit more than that. Quite a lot more than that. But we hope we get him on. We hope we can get him on, because Walsall, from what I was talking to their fans, a lot's gone on at the minute. But George, we've got a poll question tonight, and it's very on topic.
It's very on topic.
Have you got it up? Have you got it?
I've got it this week, yeah.
Go on.
Spot on. Worst part of having a cold: sore throat, headache, runny nose, or blocked nose?
It's absolutely 1,000,000% for me. 1,000,000% there's a right answer in this. Ask me how much percent.
How much percent, Don?
1,000,000% there's a right answer. I'm going on now. Look at this. Ready? I'm on now. Two really lovely lads there. Look, I'm voting right now. I'm voting.
Where else would you get this on a Thursday night?
Honestly, it's unbelievable. Right, George, Friday night game, Shrewsbury in the FA Cup. What did you think before kickoff? They had 11 injuries, some academy graduates named in that squad.
Yeah,
you were up for the cup, as they say.
Yeah, I was up for the cup. I don't know. There's a few issues there for me. I don't think we pay enough respect to the cup, to be honest. I think it was a really good opportunity to progress, get a big game, get the fans up for a big game, get some extra money and stuff like that. I just don't think it's taken that seriously. And the defending, it's literally like a comedy sketch. It is literally like a comedy sketch, that defending is. The three, like we're getting accused of match fixing. It's that bad.
6.7 million views.
Yeah, online. I mean, maybe it's a good thing to get a bit of bad press.
A bit.
Yeah, but maybe it is, because it has been very, everything's been amazing, and maybe it just takes a bit of limelight off us for a bit, which I think, at the moment in time, it probably does a bit of good to be sort of out of that limelight while we try and just fix the defensive issues.
Yeah. It's probably the worst defending I've ever seen in person at a game, ever. Game.
That's heavy, that is.
By a country mile.
What age did you start playing football?
What age? What, just not watching or?
Under 8?
Yeah.
And that's the worst defending you've seen?
100%.
Oh, I love that.
Well, 1 minute into an FA Cup tie with a history of making mistakes and we concede after 30 seconds or whatever it is because we slip over in the box. Yeah. You've then got Waller heading the ball to their striker. And then you've got Baldwin already made an error, just 2 step overs, loses the ball. It was comical. It was so bad. If I was that striker, Can't remember his name. Bowman, is it? I'd put the lottery on because you're not getting lucky in that, are you? They laughed at defending on the BBC highlights programme. Yeah.
Good.
I think
it is laughable, though, isn't it?
It's more than that. And
call a door.
For the first time, people were going crazy in the stand. Like after the third one went in, people were fuming. And I saw someone today, and I can't remember who it is. Someone was putting on social media that we need to stop being downbeat, and we need to stop being so negative. Honestly, if not, so we're getting taken apart because the league was too good. Fair enough. If we were getting played through and balls over the top and getting absolutely battered because teams were too good, that's fair enough. I don't pay my money to go to a game to see that defending.
Yeah, exactly. And you've got every right. Like we was talking about this last week. Like the standards are high at Notts. Do you think Williams goes in and thinks, I'm not. You know, the defending wasn't there, but
let's not be negative.
Yeah, no, nothing will improve in any way, shape, or form in any walk of life if you're sort of happy with below standard.
Mediocre.
It's not mediocre. It's miles below mediocre. That defending is.
Yeah,
and that's not being negative. That's just saying it for what it is. It's not good enough.
I really, really can't get my head around that mindset. And yeah, people are entitled to their own opinions, and I might be wrong, but and people might think I'm wrong, and I think people are wrong. That's what football is about. But for me, if you can even 1% condone what happened on Friday night, you've got to be having a laugh, in my opinion. You cannot have gone to that game and thought, fair enough, you know, we'll put it right.
Yeah.
Williams said in an interview this week, he said, I don't like winning the game and losing the game, winning the game, losing the game. What's the point in that? You can't build any kind of momentum.
Yeah.
Very clear. Fans have every right to criticize bad performances. 100%. Yeah. Why would you ever expect to go to a game? No professional footballer, no semi-pro footballer, no coach, no manager would ever say that a fan should leave a game happy after seeing what we saw. Not about being negative at all. It's about, like I said, I paid my money on a Friday night. It's cold. Like it's about -1, -2, and I'm up for it. I've got myself back from work. I'm watching the game, and I'm a minute in, and I see that. Like it's a slip, right? I don't know. Slips happen, but it's what came after that. Really, really like poor.
Yeah,
what's your thoughts?
Sorry, what's that, Tom?
What's your thoughts on it going forward? Because I had a really big rant after the game on my post match, really big rant. And usually by the next morning I'm calmed down. I'm still fired up now because that was absolutely appalling.
Seething.
I actually am. I'm really like wound up about it still. I got going to work, speak to someone at work. Oh, I saw your goals on Friday night. Oh, did you? Right. Well, you know, you're the laughing stock.
Yeah, but let's be fair. I mean, when was the last time we were laughing stock?
The game before.
True.
That's the point. But
not to that level against Shrewsbury. Like not when it's going viral online.
Game before that we were.
There's been a few times where Notts have been sort of in the press for the wrong reasons, and obviously that is a massive wrongdoing to be in the press for. But yeah, my thoughts on it are get to January and sort of stay around the playoffs.
Look at this.
We need changes. We need changes.
Not for me. Chris, the goals you're conceding aren't due to style of play. They are for poor defending or individual sloppiness. 100%. It's not your quality of player if you're heading it back to a striker. It's not the style of play if you're heading it back to a striker, is it?
Yeah.
It's not style of play if you're doing a step over and then getting robbed. That's not a style of play.
What do you put it down to, though? Because it's basic errors. Look, I know Baldwin makes mistakes, right? And he does. But he slipped. Like, you know what I mean? And it doesn't help his cause because obviously he's made mistakes leading up to that. But it just feels like, it's Aidan Baldwin. But look, players slip on our pitch all the time. And they were sort of talking about it, weren't they, in the fans forum, that the pitch isn't in the best state, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But so for me, the first goal, as sickening as it is to watch, and it's gifting them a goal, you can kind of take that on the chin, can't you? Like Williams has pretty much said this, to be fair. But the other 2 goals there's no defending it at all, literally, in every way of the word.
Walsall are something like 18th in the league, right? And I was on a couple of Walsall podcasts, as I mentioned last night, and they were as downbeat as you can get. And I just said to them, I said, look, we've conceded 5 more goals than you. And they're 18th. Haven't won a game in weeks. It's absolutely appalling. Right, we've got Seb that's joined us. I'm going to get Seb straight in, George. We're going to part this conversation because Seb's helped out massively. And we'll come back to the defending because I could go on for an hour about this topic. But we'll get Seb in. Yeah, well, I'll keep it rolling. I'll keep chatting about it. Seb, how you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
You've saved us. Thank you for that. If for anyone that wants to know the context that's just joined, we had a Walsall fan on. Unfortunately, couldn't join us with an hour and a half to go. Seb stepped in, finished work at, 7:15 or something like that?
Yeah, about 7-ish, yeah.
Yeah, giving us a message and he's on here. Seb, you might have just caught as you joined us talking about Notts County's defending. I don't know if you've seen the goals from the Shrewsbury game last Friday.
No, I haven't seen them, no.
Appalling. Have a look if you want a bit of a laugh after that when you come up. But it's not going very well for Walsall at the minute, is it?
No, it's very toxic at the moment, especially Tuesday night, 0-0 draw to Alfreton in the second round of the FA Cup, and I can't see things getting any better under the current management, unfortunately. I want to give managers time because we have sacked a few over the seasons, but it's not getting any better. Football's appalling, and yeah, it's going to be a really tough game Saturday, I think.
Was there excitement at the start of the season about Matt Sadler in charge?
Not really, to be honest with you. I think out of the options we had, I think Graham Alexander was interviewed for the job. And to be honest, it took us 4 weeks to appoint Matt Sadler, who was the first team coach last season. So it was very underwhelming appointment at the start. But to be fair, he brought in some good players this summer, the likes of Danny Johnson coming back to the club, Ryan Sturt. Brought some exciting players in, but it's not clicking at the moment. Some things are not right, I don't think, at the club.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm just looking at your results. Like you lost 2-0 to Barrow. Barrow, a really good side. But a draw at home to Forest Green's a pretty poor result, isn't it? Losing at home to Harrogate's not exactly what you want. What was your sort of start of the season prediction for Walsall? Because myself and George did a video, and I think I had you finishing 12th. I'm not sure where George had you, but we were very similar in that. Yeah. Where were you thinking?
Yeah, around a similar place. I'd have took anything between 12th and 9th. And don't get me wrong, we can still finish there with a good run. But, we're coming to sit 19th. And the way it's going, we're going to be dragged into a relegation battle. I mean, we obviously got you guys on Saturday. And then we've got Tranmere, who've picked up some form. And then we've got Accrington Stanley, Wrexham and Crewe over that Christmas period. So it doesn't get any easier for Walsall. But I think I predicted us to finish 9th, and we're way off it at the moment. Absolutely way off it.
What do you think it is going to take for you to sort of turn it around? Is it going to be, getting some players in January, potentially a new manager? I know you sort of talked about that, but is it going to have to be a big overhaul, do you think, or is it just a few tweaks here and there?
I think management's key. I think I see a lot of potential in the players we've got at the moment. I just think it comes down to a lot of coaching and a bit of character in the job. I was watching Sadler on Tuesday at Alfreton. He just lacks any motivation or inspiration, how I look at it. To me, even though the players are saying they're still together and playing for him, there's just that lack of, edge from the players, put a foot in, put a tackle in. I mean, Alfreton, fair play to them. They weren't the best technical side, but, they died for that shirt, and that's what we need, that mentality. And we've got a losing mentality at the moment, and we're in this rut, and it's very hard to get out of. But yeah, I think a new management needs to come in personally before January, and then he can assess the squad, and then we go from there, really.
There was some talk, a couple of the channels I was on last night, that we're 24 hours later now, so probably not, but there was talk that they think Sadler might have gone before Saturday. Do you think that's out of the question now, or is it a bit...
No, I think he'll be in charge. I mean, I think he's done his pre-match before Saturday saying the fans have got to stick with him. So, yeah, I think I'll expect Sadler to be there for Saturday and possibly Tuesday against Alfreton in the replay, probably.
we went down 4 years ago to the National League. Obviously, a horrible, horrible league to get out of. And the year we decided to turn it on, Wrexham also did. So it wasn't actually nice for us to get out of that league. I personally didn't enjoy quite a large proportion of that season because it was too stressful. But we went down. So Coventry in the semi-finals, wasn't it, Georgia? The playoffs the year before. Went from the playoff semi-final after leading the league for good 3-4 months to being relegated. And I'd say about this stage of that season, I thought Notts were in real trouble. Is there any part of you that thinks Walsall are in danger of being relegated? Or like you said, do you think you could possibly be quite clear of that?
It's like you said, that National League is an absolutely killer of a league. I mean, look how many seasons Wrexham were in it. I'm hoping not, but you never know. And I think we're 6 without a win. And I think our only win in the last couple of months was against Sheppey in the FA Cup. And the way it's going, like I said earlier, I think it's doomed, to be honest. I mean, I think we've been in this league. I think it's our 4th season now. And Trivella, our ownership, they keep going on about this incremental improvement. And we're just consistently finishing 16th in League 2. And it's not on, really. We're stagnating in the league. There's no ambition. And the way it's going, you know, we're getting sucked into it at the moment. And can I see us picking up a result on Saturday? No chance, really, to be honest with you. I think we'll get pumped. But, yeah, we've got to keep away from that dotted line as far as possible, really.
Yeah. If anyone does have a question for Seb, pop it in the comments and we'll put it to him. I've had some good questions in recent weeks. So, yeah, if you've got one you'd like us to ask Seb, then definitely put it there. Am I right in thinking as well that out of you and Alfreton, you looked sort of the more tired towards the end of the game? Did they press on or?
Yeah, they had a few chances towards the end. I thought fair play to Alfreton. They played to the strengths. You know, they're very direct side.
Yeah.
You know, playing for their long throw-ins, free kicks, and, you know, fair play to them. And they'll be buzzing with that replay, and they'll probably bring more fans than us on the Tuesday night today. But yeah, like you said, I thought there was a lack of creativity, ideas from Walsall, and it just looked like a team that wasn't really playing for the management, I didn't think. And for the players to not come over and clap the fans at the end and being waved down the tunnel, absolute disgrace. And like I said, if we concede early to you guys on Saturday, it's going to turn really toxic, I think.
Yeah, we recently had Bradford there, didn't we, George, at Med Lane? And that was as toxic as it gets. They were singing from pretty much minute, 20th minute, about the board being out, not fit to wear the shirt. But then they came out and it's very Notts County. We're 4-0 up at half time. It was on Sky. And there was a point in that second half where I thought we're not winning this game. And it was 4-2 and they had more chances. But what question from Callum, who says, do you want to be out of the cup?
No, I'd like to go as far as possible. Obviously, with the game being off Saturday, was in the hat for the 3rd round anyway. And we've obviously got Southampton away.
Yeah.
But no, I want to be in the cup as long as possible. You know, that's where you get really good memories, good away games, hopefully. And that's where you get the money in. But obviously, priority has to be the league. And at the moment, 19th, that's obviously not taking priority, is it really? But no, as far as possible. We got to the 4th round last season, so if we can get 4th round again, it's a good money income for the club.
Yeah. I was. George was well up for the FA Cup.
100%. 100%.
But now it's a home game. It would have been a home game against Wrexham, so yeah, I'm not bothered about that. Played them enough recently. Does this give you hope? Walsall have conceded 31, Notts have conceded 36.
A little bit, but we're not scoring goals either at the moment. I think.
You will Saturday. You will Saturday.
Yeah. But no, we're probably our best striker, Danny Johnson. I think he's injured at the moment. I think he's got a little shoulder injury. We're playing Freddie Draper up there by himself. So, yeah, even though you're defensive, you've obviously sounded like you've got a bit of defensive issues, I think.
Yeah.
We might sneak a goal maybe towards the end, but yeah, I'm not very confident.
Yeah. Honestly, if you want to feel a bit more confident, have a look. I'll send you
I'll
I'll send you the highlights. You can have a look of what to expect on Saturday because we're obviously can't bring anyone else in until January, so we're stuck with what we've got. But I ask this question to everyone: is there a player in your team that we might not know about that you think is one to watch out for?
You heard of Freddie Draper up front for us?
Is he young?
He's on loan from Lincoln. He's 19 and
Briefly heard about him.
He looks like he's played men's football for years. He's quality. He's robust up front. I think he might cause your defence a few problems the way he sends your defences. Can do all round striker. Really, he's a good player. A little shout out to Ryan Stirk in the midfield too. I think he's a really tidy player in there. Does a lot of the dirty work. And I think he's a solid player. But if you're going to have players to look at at the moment, Freddie Draper, or if he's playing, Danny Johnson's always a goal threat.
Yeah.
And when he wants to turn it on, Isaac Hutchinson's good, but that's when one game in 10, he's very inconsistent. But yeah, we've got some good potential players. We've got quite a young squad. But yeah, if I'm going off one player at the moment, I'd probably say Freddie Draper.
Yeah. We'll keep an eye out for him. You can see that comment at the bottom there. We're not necessarily that confident. This is a good one from James. Our defence causes our defence problems, so I'm sure he will too. If he's got any pace about him, his name always escapes me. The striker for Wimbledon, is it Ali Hamadi? Yeah, I think he ripped us apart. So any pace, there you go. Right, I've got one more question before we'll let you go, Seb. We'll give you our final score prediction question. But who were your promotion and relegation favourites at the start of the season, and where are they now? Or what are they now? Sorry.
So promotion, I think top three I put Stockport top. I think I put you guys second. And I think I put Mansfield third. I think, that's not too far off. And I think bottom, I think I put Harrogate and Sutton, I think. And obviously Sutton are bottom.
Yeah.
Harrogate, I think they're actually about 13th, 14th. So they're not doing too bad. But yeah, I weren't too far off. But it's a very hard league to predict, isn't it? You always get one team in this league that, comes strong towards the end of the season. Bristol Rovers a couple of seasons ago. Yeah, you'll always get a team that, then 17th, 18th, now come up. Maybe, but can't see it.
Yeah. No, but yeah, Sutton down there was a decent one. I think I had them down there, but maybe not relegation. Is there anyone aside from the obvious Langstaff in Notts team that's worrying you?
McGoldrick probably. I did watch that Notts County and Bradford game because I think our game was off for international. But yeah, you guys looked superb first half. I was thinking when we're coming down to you lot on Saturday, I'm scared of your attacking players. The likes of Danny Crowley. He's quite a good player as well, I thought.
Yeah, great player.
McGoldrick, you can see he's played at a good level. Can pick out the pass. He can do. He's a good player overall. And yeah, you've got some good attacking players. It's like you said, second half in that game, he did look a bit dodgy defensively. Bradford did come out the traps, but probably Langstaff and McGoldrick, I'd say.
Yeah,
definitely.
Fair enough. And Seb, score prediction for the game?
I'm not very confident, to be honest with you, but it would be a Walsall thing to come out and nick a result. I think when we beat Bradford 3-1 earlier on in the season, we previously lost 3-1 at home to Wimbledon, and I thought going into that game was going to get hammered. But like I said, it'd be the most Walsall thing to come and nick a result. But if I'm going off form and my confidence levels, I'm going to go with I'll go with a 3-1 win to Notts County. I'm normally quite optimistic, but I generally can't see a win coming from us at the moment. And I think with your guys, attacking front foot football, which I want to see at Walsall at home, I think we've got no chance. And if we concede first 5-10 minutes, could be 4 or 5, I think.
Are you at the game on Saturday?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah, enjoy. Seb, thanks for coming on at such short notice. Really, really appreciate it. And hopefully chat to you in the reverse fixture later in the season if you're up for it.
Thanks for having me on.
Cheers, mate. Bye.
Cheers.
Legend there. Seb's a legend, getting in last minute, helping us out, and really knowledgeable. We're yet to have a bad guest this season. No Barrow fan, though, but I have got a Barrow fan, and no Accrington fan, and I have got an Accrington fan. I'm ready. Message. Yeah, I have indeed. Right. I want to get back talking about our defending.
Go on
because there's something I really do want to say. There we go. Bit of love for Seb there. Seb's actually got a YouTube channel, so if you want to subscribe, I think he was one of the first people we subscribed to, wasn't he, George? To be fair, back in the day. Yeah. Right. What I do want to say is Luke Williams is only working with what he's got. Right. It's not the defender's fault that they are put in this situation. Do you know what I mean? They're not playing well enough. They're not. But it's not like he has Aidan Flint to drop in at the back. He doesn't have that.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you change the way we play, I know it's not all down to the way we play. We're not as effective. Those players are asked to play. They're not. We don't have anything else. It's like if Luke Williams had 3 fit centre backs and it was me, you, and my dad. We're doing the best we can do. Do you know what I mean? We're going to be awful at the back. So what I would say is they are the best options we currently have. You don't look sure.
Yeah, because them defenders can play better.
But can they? Because they haven't.
We've seen it. Yeah, we have. We've seen it.
When?
We've seen it this season. I'm thinking
Salford away.
Well, I wasn't at that game, so I can't really comment. But
when have we seen it? I
think Doncaster away, they were quite good.
Doncaster was so poor.
Yeah, but late into they grew into they had like a 15-20 minute spell at the end of the game where
and they scored.
Yeah, but they didn't score. I thought we defended quite well in that game, to be honest.
Okay,
it could have been more.
So Doncaster.
And then obviously, I'm probably bridging a lot of that hope on last season, I suppose.
Last season they were fine. They were fine last season.
Yeah. And I suppose there's that step up in quality, isn't there? But I mean, you say they were fine. There was definitely issues there. I think they've just been attacked more this season. So yeah, I agree with you in essence, but I do think the defenders that we have aren't playing to their fullest ability by quite a margin. They're making simple errors. Simple errors. Like the goal he's saying about Rawlinson heading it to that's quite out of character, I think, for Rawlinson. I think Rawlinson's been quite good when he's been called upon this season. He's not been first choice, but when he has come in, I think he's been quite good, to be honest. A sort of no nonsense defender, isn't he? But this, he's quite good with the ball as well. Brindley, I think I don't really feel confident with Brindley. I think he brings the ball out well, and we've seen it. He sometimes has a goal in him. It's not that often, I suppose, is it? It's probably one a season.
He's already had it.
Again, he's had games where he's been very good, and then he's had games where he's been ineffective, and you feel like he should close the player down and quicker and things like that. And it's starting to feel like the cons are outweighing the pros with a lot of the defending. And I think Luke, he won our shirt, one of our giveaways. I seen him do a tweet, and he said something along the lines of sort of the team that were promoted deserve to be given a chance to sort of show their worth, and show that they can step up to the level, and that has gone now. But Luke had to give them that chance.
Yeah, I agree.
Equally, on the other side of the coin, if he was to get rid of our defense that got us promoted, and then we'd have brought in 3 or 4 defenders that would having similar output that we have now, you'd be saying, "Oh, we should have given the promoted defenders a chance." So you can't really win, and there's obviously a middle ground there as well. There's obviously bring a couple of players in, but the promise I have is Cameron. On his day, he's amazing, isn't he? And Macquarie, I think it looks like we're going to sign him on a permanent, doesn't it? There's been murmurs around it online. I think his contract's up at the end of this month, so it would make sense. He's very promising. I think he looks very calm and collected on the ball. What a goal at Gillingham. So we've got some decent foundations. We just need to, for me, maybe lose one or two in January. Maybe it be on loan or something like that, and then bring in one or two, because we can't continue like we are.
No.
We really can't, and it's so easily fixed. I think it's such basic mistakes.
I do. There's quite a few conversations in this chat saying, like, trying to point out games that we were good defensively, and I think, didn't we beat Newport 3-0? And you're probably looking good there. Someone mentioned Morecambe. I went to that Morecambe game. I don't know if whoever commented went to the Morecambe game. We cleared it off the line last minute, and then they missed an absolute sitter. I've got the Morecambe game here. They played a front four. Tom Bloxham, 20 years old. Joshua McKieran, 21 years old. Adam Mayer, 18 years old. And Michael Mellon, 20 years old. One of their midfielders was 20 years old. And they should have won the game. They missed two sitters. We're not good enough. George, very simple question to you. Can we get top three if the defence doesn't change?
Yeah.
No chance, mate. Absolutely no chance.
How can you say no chance? We were sitting top for 12 games.
It's getting worse.
Yeah, it's getting worse. But, I mean, where we are at the minute in the league, I don't think it can get much worse. I mean, I'm going to touch some wood around here.
Why have you said that?
No, but it can't. Like, the position we're in to have conceded the amount of goals that we have.
Have you seen the Mick McCarthy thing where it says it can't go on like this, can it?
Yeah.
He says it can.
But no, but this is the confidence that I have, because you do feel like it's going to click and things are going to change.
I don't.
Because the standards that are set are so much higher than where we are at the minute, and I sort of have that faith in Williams to sort of sort it out. But I then look at the mistakes we're making, and I think to myself, you can't manage a player to not do that, because it's basic.
So how do you sort it?
I don't know. I think there's definitely some man management in there for sure. Arm around the shoulder, because mistakes like that, simply put, is a confidence issue.
I genuinely, this is why it's good though to have these conversations. I think we do want to finish 7th, honestly, and I'm not just saying that. I really do. I mean, it were absolutely dreadful at the back in recent weeks. I fully get what you're saying, and I want to be sat here at the end of the season looking like a right idiot because we've turned it around defensively. Like, I would know nothing more. But look at this and tell me, 3-2 loss to Shrewsbury, right? Awful. Wimbledon, diabolical. Bradford second half, shocking. You then go back a few games. Wrexham, I don't think we're that bad against Wrexham, do you? Gillingham, we were solid. Mansfield, oh my gosh. Barrow, they should have won the game. Swindon, first half, we've said it on here before. Colchester, second half against Forest Green, painful. Someone just said, have you seen Baldwin's recent tweet? Yeah, I have. I think he watched the Forest game back from last night, just on repeat. I love that. Let's talk about that, shall we? That is a fantastic downfall. Love that. But anyway, that's my opinion. That's your opinion. I would love nothing more. And I want to put a record for me to be sat here and not have gotten like 3 clean sheets from the next 4, and that we're getting wins, and we go into January and we don't need to strengthen because we've all got it together. I love nothing more. And I like these players. I love these players. Baldwin, the goals he scored in that semi-final. Like, I don't dislike any of these players. Massive player. He's got a lot of passion. Brinley, been a great player for us. And like, he looks after himself. He's a fantastic model footballer. Rollo, great guy. You know, throws himself in front of everything. Really solid defender. But at the minute, I think I'm going to have to agree with what you say. They're not playing at the level they should be at the minute. So I think, I just don't think it's good enough.
No, it's not. And they'll know that. But it does get to that point, when I think Williams will have that. So last season, to use this as like a big example. So last season, we didn't concede many goals, but there was moments when you were thinking the defending wasn't great, and we weren't punished for poor defending. This season, we're being punished, and we are making more errors. So I think last season it was probably it was a lot easier for Williams to sort of fix those problems. But this season now, when doubt creeps in and confidence starts going, I think that's when you really see like a manager's not true colours, but how they deals with that. Because it's all going well when things are going well, but when things are going wrong, that's when you really see a manager shine. And I do believe that it'll sort of get us through this moment. and he'll sort of figure something out. And because it for me, it's tweaks. It is tweaks, and maybe we obviously need one or two centre backs in, don't we? Let's be honest. I think for me, Macari and Cameron should be starting. Should be the main two starting centre backs, and we need another defender in for me. But yeah, it will be interesting to see how. I think the next month, see how the next month goes. I like the idea of Chickson being in midfield, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean the guy could play anywhere. Maybe not up front, but
for me, Chickson is one of those players as well where we've said it time and time again. He struggles to beat a player. If he's playing that holding midfield, he's good at breaking up play, and he's good at getting a pass on target. Like his pass completion is quite good.
Great engine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think that holding midfielder role sort of will suit him very, very well, and I'd like to see him play a little bit more there, to be honest. And
I would.
But, I mean, positive from that game, Tom. Apparently, Gosling played well.
Yeah, Gosling's getting more up to speed. Definitely more up to speed, and he's had time to recover as well. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him play a much bigger part on Saturday. Personally, someone said Chicks and Cameron Macari back. Chicks was an absolute training against Shrewsbury, never stopped running. I think it's such a big talking point. I know we've spent so long talking about it. It's such a big talking point because it's the only issue we've got. I can't see another issue in the whole team. We've got a great group of players. You know, they all fight for everything. You saw that when Mariah scored against Crawley. They all want to fight. The young lad, was it the young lad that scored 17-year-old against Shrewsbury? Positive there. Dan Crowley, massive positive. Jody Jones, Maka, we're not doing very well defensively, and you've got fans coming on and saying that they're petrified of our attacking talents. Like, we're so good attacking wise. That's why it's frustrating. We get it sorted out. I'll go on record. If we get the defense sorted out, we go up, because we've scored 42 goals. I think we've scored the most in the league. We get the defense sorted out, we're not going down. We're not going down. Definitely, well, I hope we're not going down. Sanderson, that's it. We'll be laughing if we get it sorted. Absolutely laughing. Right, I've got it off my chest. I'm ready for Saturday. Let's go.
Come on.
But I do think Saturday, Walsall are in a bad way. And I think even with our defence, joking aside, I think we'll beat them.
Yeah.
We then go to Harrogate. And I think if we get a win against Harrogate, it takes quite a lot of pressure off the Stockport game, even though there will be pressure. If we can get after that Stockport game, I think we have Sutton coming up, Doncaster and Morecambe and Tranmere. Get through that Stockport game and we're in touching distance that top three still, which we should be. I think we're doing very, very well. We just have to sort it out, really. Here's my predictions. Macari permanent and absolutely no chance of Connor Keeley. His season finished like a month ago. No chance. Absolutely no chance. That's my predictions anyway. George, should we go to the poll?
Let's go to the poll, Tom. Let's break it up a bit. Worst part of having a cold?
Easy.
23% say block nose, 19% say runny nose, 16% say headache, 43% say sore throat. I'm gonna hazard a guess, Tom, and say that you've said block nose.
No.
What have you said?
Runny nose.
Oh,
I have shocking sinus issues. Nothing stops my nose running.
Oh mate, that's terrible.
I think you went sore throat.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I can't deal with anything. I can't deal with a runny nose.
I'm with the majority there. Sore throat hinders everything. You struggle to take your medicine to get you better. You struggle to drink water that helps you get hydrated when you're feeling proper ill. Sore throat is the worst, especially if you get tonsillitis, which I used to get a lot when I was younger. It is horrible. Horrible.
There we go. Sutton postponed FA Cup. Yeah, it is postponed actually, isn't it? James, our home schedule for the rest of the season is favourable compared to some others. Yeah, we've got some of the tough teams out of the way. Just Stockport left, I think, as the big teams. Let's go for the lineup then. What do we go for? Who goes in goal?
I think we didn't cover that, to be fair. I think we could cover that, saying that I think we need a new keeper.
I'd agree.
But, I mean, we'll move on. In goal, who do we need? Who do we want? I'd probably say Stone.
I'll go Stone.
Yeah. I think, I mean, it's neither really fill me with confidence, but, I mean, Stone doesn't make those. Oh, no, he has, though, hasn't he? I was just about to say Stone doesn't make those silly mistakes, but he has this season.
Yeah, Colchester and... Yeah. I'm going Stone.
Yeah.
Back three has to be Macari and Cameron, but who else? I'm gonna go Rollo. I'm going Rollo. Really matter, does it? It's got to be someone with those two.
Yeah. I think Rawlinson.
I think
if you put Rawlinson in, he's not going to make that mistake again for me.
No. I think
that's probably a sharp, but I mean,
I think we see Richard Brindley play purely because I don't think we're going to have. We're not going to have much in the form of defending to do. I don't think, personally.
Well, we'll totally take that task on ourselves.
Yeah, true. Wing backs, Aaron and Jody.
Yep.
Midfield two.
Bostock, Bostock and probably Gosling, but I wouldn't mind seeing Chickson in there.
Oh,
you know what? I'm
gonna
say Bostock and Chickson.
Can I just say, Sam Austin on Friday night was unbelievable.
Yeah. William said that. In his,
I think William said it's the best he's ever seen.
Yeah.
He ran the game on his own.
Yeah, you forget about them. There.
I'm going Austin, Austin and
Tom.
I know it's getting me. I might not make next Thursday.
Oh, mate.
Look, finished. I think it's Austin and Bostock, Crowley, Didsey, Langstaff. Is it agreed?
Yes.
Lovely, that is. Absolutely lovely. Big 2 games coming up before we play Stockport. Obviously, we've got Harrogate away after this, and I'd like to think could get a win there. But we need a win on Saturday. Next week will be fun on this show if we haven't got a win or we've made more defensive errors. Oh my goodness me! If there's more defensive errors next week, let's just not mention it. Let's just play a game of like Pictionary or something. Yeah. We'll just play some games. Connect 4. I don't know.
You're any good at Connect 4?
Oh mate,
I thought I was good at it, but I'm actually not that good at it.
I'm East Midlands champion.
What, Connect 4?
Yeah.
No, you're not.
I won the final at the arena.
I'm going to Google it now.
Put it in.
No way, mate.
Put it in. It's called the Ballon 4. And you win. I've won it twice.
Jeez, just end the video.
That's a great one. If anyone wants to take the Ballon 4 with you, because I've just thought of that on the spot. Suddenly I feel a lot better about myself. Right.
I wouldn't.
That's a good one. Let me know if you think Ballon 4 thought on the spot was a good one, because I genuinely do. I'm proud of that one. It's going to be an interesting one.
There we go. Callum fuming.
What have I heard? Callum knows that's a good one.
So.
No, he knows it's a good one. Thank you, as always, to our channel sponsor, Better Bytes Computers. You could have used the code at the start of the video, Pavis Perspective, for a discount on refurbished computers or computer repairs or accessories. Fantastic company. Notts fan run as well, which is always helpful in Mapley, Nottingham. A massive thank you, as always, to all of our channel members. And as you can see at the bottom, platinum members there, Mackie Horizon and Martin Shipley, as well as all of our bronze, silver and gold channel members. You make the videos possible. You made me feel well enough tonight to come on the show and do this. Safe travels if you're going to the game. It should be a cold one, but I'm pretty confident. George, let's do the score predictions actually very quickly. I forgot those because my head's I'm so ill. I'm so ill.
You nearly have me in tears then with
so ill.
You know, if I was a viewer, I'd be on the verge of tears with that.
Go.
You got me there. I am going to go, believe it or not, 4-0 Notts, a clean sheet. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? I'm going to go 2-1 Notts. I'm going to go. I said 4-3 last night on the Walsall ones. Stick true, mate. I'm going to go 4-3 Notts. 4-3. I don't think I'll deal with that. What happens if it's 4-3? 2 defensive errors. Meltdown. Same thing. Meltdown incoming.
5-4, 5-0 at half time. Won't put it past them. 3-1. Okay. There we go. Right. So, big game. I've got it right this time. Say hi to South Carolina Pie. Hi, South Carolina Pie. Got loads of fans across the globe here. Right, I'm going to go and have a lie down, get myself fit and ready for Saturday in case I'm called up to play in that back three. Thank you all for watching again, as always. And don't forget, if you get a cold, make sure you don't get a runny nose. See you again next Thursday.